Holly Kingcross is waiting at my locker. The girl who once dropped a box of laxatives on the floor of the girls' bathroom and who's never said one word to me. Not one. Since what happened yesterday, Holly will be my third visit. Wynn Johnson, who grew up in the house next to me, was my first. When we were 8 years old, I asked Wynn for a kiss, and instead, he gave me his truth. Just as I didn't care about his sexual orientation, Wynn never cared about the vitiligo that's painted a white moth over the brown skin of my face, or the healing powers I inherited from my mother. The other kids, come off a bike, or having dived too deep into the shallow end of someone's pool, would rather bleed out than let me touch them. Not Wynn, who's also the only person I've ever met who doesn't look at me with eyes like butterflies searching for a place to land. Yesterday lunch, he came across the cafeteria screaming for me to lay hands on Corey, who'd finally earned his medic alert bracelet. It was the first time Wynn and I had spoken in 2 years. The same amount of time he'd been Figueroa's shadow, always down in the boiler room where nobody goes and they can smoke cigarettes and sell speed or test answers, or whatever they do to kill time and hope. This morning, Wynn showed up at my locker with the simple truth as his apology. Figueroa had been a better place to hide than me. The other person who came to see me this morning was Corey St. John, who'd been delivered with his umbilical cord wrapped like a noose around his neck and was, as a result, slower to learn. For 2 weeks now, Corey's taped a rose to my locker as a part of his campaign to get me to go to prom. This morning, he brought me a baker's dozen, 12 red roses for saving his life, the 13th his daily bribe. Now it's Holly Kingcross staring at me from my locker, anxious for her turn. In her usual hurry, she pushes through the hallway traffic, then pulls me into the stairwell next to Coach Tasker's office. "I hate to bother you," she begins, the nicest thing she's ever said to me, then finishes with a demand for help. I'm spun around so I'm facing the hallway traffic while Holly stares at people's moving feet. It takes me a second to realize she doesn't want to be seen with me. "I don't know what you expect," is all I get out before she starts crying big black tears full of non-waterproof mascara that run down both cheeks. She tells me she's got a problem with her abdomen and asks if I can put my hands on it. She says if I can do for her what I did yesterday for Corey St. John, maybe everything would be okay. I've never seen Holly off her pedestal like this, so I do it. I help her. As the hallway traffic dies off, all the other students where they're supposed to be, I put my hands on the skinny girl's stomach, shut my eyes, and steal all the goodness I can from the air. From me. From her. And just step out for a while. I open my eyes and see that Holly has managed to smear those black tears all over her face. I can't help but stare. She looks like a reverse image of me. Holly notices my curiosity and finds her reflection in the shine of the metal bars. The look on her face feels like a slap. I watch as she runs back down the hall, pushing through clumps of other Hollies, all of them watching as she beelines into the girls' restroom, and shout, "Stop taking those laxatives!"